Do you have a desert rose that has a rotten root and you don't know what to do with it? I will show you how to remove the rotten part and then dry it up, repot, and save your plants today. Hello everyone, thank you for watching my video today, and this is Long from GreenMangoes. Today I will show you how to save your desert rose from dying. And for this particular tips I will be showing you today, if you have a desert rose that has rotten root, and when you do find that the cortex is soft and take it out from the pot and the roots are rotten, what should you do? But before I show you this video and show you the tips to do this step by step, today's video is sponsored by Garden. Garden for many reasons and any seasons. Grow indoor all year round. Garden can grow up to 30 plants in just a matter of 2 square feet inside your house without sun and constant watering. What's a better way to get fresh, nutritious food without compromise? Grow your fresh food in just 4 simple steps. Pop it in, grow, eat, and repeat. If you purchase from mygarden.com, please use promo code GreenMangoes for $100 discount. This promo code is specific for our subscribers and followers. I will include this promo code and the link in the description. Every day I walk around my garden and I inspect my desert rose, and no matter how much you care, you love, and how much research you've done into figuring out what type of soil you want to grow your desert rose in, there's always one or two that give you a problem, whether it's bugs, infestations, or some sort of bacteria on the soil that cause your cortex and the roots to rotten away. And for me, I had this desert rose in the greenhouse, and I happened to go around and try to touch the cortex, and I noticed it was a little bit soft. So I removed it from the soil, and there it is. I see the cortex is rotten away and about to die. So before this is too late, I remove this and wash it really good, rinse all the dirt out, rinse all the soil out, and inspect every little bit of the root. And next step I would do is I would use a very sharp knife, very sharp knife, and go through the root and inspect and figure out how much you want to remove so that the desert rose still survive. In my case, mostly the bottom third of my cortex is gone. So I will spend the time to remove every single pieces of rotten root away. And as I remove this, as I clean this, I also rinse with water, making sure that nothing dirty stay inside in the between the roots. So as you see here, I'm taking my time to clean all the roots and removing with a really sharp knife. This process can take some time, so please be careful, take your time, making sure that you remove every piece possible. And after I remove, as you can see here, this is clean. This is now you can see that I remove a good portion, about 1/3 of the cortex, and I'll dry it clean, leave it dry for at least half an hour. And the next step, I will use hydrogen peroxide and soak the cortex submerge in the hydrogen peroxide. And what it does is hydrogen peroxide will help keep bugs, bacteria, infestation away. So that way, the wound that I remove and now the open wound will not have any infestation after I dry and replant in the soil again. And after I finish soaking this for 30 minutes, I would hang and dry for 10 to 14 days in a shaded area. Make sure that you hang it dry in a shaded area. And for the most part, when your cortex is big, you can leave a lot of the branch on the tree itself. But you notice that I will, at the end, I trim some of the leaves, or most of the leaves off, because what it does is all the leaves will suck energy and draw water from the cortex and causing it to, getting smaller. So I remove all the leaves. don't worry, after I plant it back, put it in soil, everything new will grow back. So now here I am with the Adenium that already dry up. As you can see from the bottom here to the touch, everything is healed and dry. And I have here with me this desert rose that is ready to put in soil again after 10 days. And I have here with me bonsai pot, and make sure the bonsai pot have good amount of drainage. And I have this mesh here to make sure that soil doesn't fall in between the holes and root doesn't get grow in between the holes, so that way it blocks all the drainage. And I will have some wire so that I wait. Now that this is all removed, I need to, when I do put this in the pot here, I need to hold it down and secure it. And most important of all, the soil. I've used a lot of different soil. I use Ocean Forest Fox potting soil. I use different type of fox soil. I use cactus soil. I've used soil that I made using coconut core and some compost, potting soil, and sand. They all have different purposes. They all wood grade, and desert are not very picky. The key to the soil for desert rose is well drained, right? Well drained. But what I found is bonsai soil works the best. The reason why it works the best is because this gives the best drainage that I've seen. And this bonsai soil here, very generic bonsai soil, it has pumice. And pumice has over 70 trace minerals which are very important for the healthy development of the root system. And it has lava rock. Lava rock has characteristics that give a lot of drainage. So when you do water your desert rose, all the water will escape to the bottom of the pot, and no standing water in your pot to cause root rot again. Don't have to worry about overwatering again. And clay. What this clay does is it holds water. So when I use cactus soil or sand and potting mix, it drains really well, but it doesn't hold any water for the roots to suck in on time. It is not like it can immediately suck in the water in the next 5 minutes or so. It needs to be there for a little bit of time, so it gives the tree some time to suck in the water and give water to the leaves and photosynthesis, right? So that's what the clays are. This white stuff here, the clays. And last but not least, the pine box. The pine box hold and absorb all the nutrients. The exact same thing as the clay. When I do fertilize this desert rose, I want those nutrients not to drain and wash away immediately, but the pine box hold it, and then it gives time for the root system to do its magic and sucks in all those nutrients, eat all the nutrients, and provide it for the plants. So this is very highly recommended. If you haven't tried it before, you know, give it a try. I think you like it. And here I have my wire. Let me bring the camera a little bit closer for you to see this in detail. What it does is this wire will help me secure my desert rose in place after I put it in. Otherwise, you know, any wind can knock it off, and all your work will be gone, right? You don't want. There you go. I've learned the hard way that one time I repot my desert rose, and you know, I repotted pretty shallow, and the wind just took it away, and it fell off. And you know, I can repot it again, but it's wasting your time and precious time to take care of the desert rose. So here we go. Okay, I got this wire now in place. I put this aside. Very simple. Make sure your desert rose is very dry, and any of the wound that you cut is dry to the touch, and so that way when you do put it in the soil again, it doesn't get rotten again. Here I have my bonsai potting mix. Just put a layer on the bottom, and I do want this desert rose to grow the root horizontally, not downwards, so that way the cortex will look bigger and better over time. So that's why I use the bonsai pot, which is about 3.5 inch deep. And for the most part, when your desert rose is still small in training mode, you do not want to put it in here. You want to grow it a little bit big first. You don't have to expose the cortex and the trunk of the bonsai yet. Keep it in training. Once it gets to this big, I say about this one, before it get dry and shrink, it was about 7 inch in diameter. So now it's about 5 to 5.5 inch in diameter, and the root looks pretty good. The cortex looks pretty good. It can be showcased and could show off its beauty right now. But I put half the pot already. Let me put this on here. I think that looks semi good. Maybe a little bit more soil. Take your time, guys. Nothing to be hurried. And remember, growing desert rose take years, so it's okay. It was before I trimmed this off, it was this big, and my intention was to raise up a little bit, get this cortex a little bit beautiful, but unfortunately it rotten away, so I had to trim a good portion of it off. But it's okay to restart again, go back a little bit smaller, and have a little bit more new growth later. So now here, I got about 1.5 inches to almost 2 inch in soil. I put this in here and center it the way I want it. This way, a little bit more this to this side, and this is gonna be the front of my desert rose here. That looks good. What I'm doing next is I will use this wire to secure it. And this way, so in both directions. In training, so when I have some roots, I will remove this and make sure it doesn't have any line or hurt the desert rose. But for a few months or so, you know, when roots established, I use this to secure my desert rose. Then I use a plier to twist this. Not too hard, because you don't want to ruin and scarf away your desert rose. Just a little bit. Cut that way. That looks good. So now it's secure and tight in here. Not worrying it's going to fall off or the wind will knock it off or anything like that. I feel like it should go this direction a little bit more. There you go. Okay, now I'll just backfill the rest of the desert rose. Go. Takes a little bit of time, guys, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, this don't grow overnight. They do take some years to develop and train to the shape that you like, to the canopy that you like. So I'm not in a hurry. Make sure you get in the middle of all the roots. I usually use the chopsticks, but I don't have any now, so I just use this bamboo sticks right here. Making sure that I poke this to remove any air pocket in between. This is pretty simple. The root is pretty flat in the bottom because I cut it, so there's not much for you to worry about. Just making sure that some of the soil get in the middle, in between the roots there. It's a pretty complex root system that I got here so far. So I fill it up, not too high, because when you want it to be able to, you know, when you water, the water doesn't overflow all over the place. So I think that looks good. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit here, making sure that it looks nice and tidy and neat. Firmly press it down a little bit, making sure that, you know, remove any air pocket that you may have. There you have it, guys. I just repot my Adenium that got rotten root and dry it up, soak in hydrogen peroxide, making sure everything dry. And as you know, notice here, I remove all the foliage so that it doesn't draw a lot of energy on the root. This, for the next few weeks or so, it will focus on the caudex and develop new roots. I will leave this in the shade for at least 3 or 4 days, at least 2 days, and then I can water for the first time in the next 2 days or so, ensuring that it settles in here first, and then I'll give it a water in 2 days. That's it, guys. And now this being in the soil, this bonsai pot, it should do fine. I will make an update video of the results and any new growth I have on this one. Thank you for watching today, and best of luck to you if you have Adenium that has a rotten root. Don't worry, please save it on time. If you notice it soon enough, you can still save it. Make sure that when you grow desert rose, constantly, at least a couple of days or so, go around, check to see if there's any bugs, disease, squish on the caudex, making sure that it's not squishy. If it does, something is wrong. Either you underwater or there's a root rot down there that causes it to be squishy and not hard enough. So if it's hard and canopy looks good, everything looks green, good, move on. If it has, you know, infestation, bugs or some kind of aphids, remove them, clean them, take care of them, and you will have a beautiful flowers, beautiful desert rose to enjoy for many years to come. Thank you for watching the video today, and if you are new to the channel, please support us by subscribing and give us a like. And remember, if you are interested in garden, the hydroponic and indoor gardening, please use my coupon code GreenMangoes to purchase from them. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.